All right, so today we're going to be talking about a topic that I know a lot of traders are experiencing, and a lot of traders are going through this. And it's basically working a job or working a 9 to 5 while trying to go full time with trading, while trying to be consistent, make profit. And it's something that I'm doing currently as well. Like, I'm still working a job. I'm not full time yet, but I know, like, God willing, that is coming soon. I feel super consistent. I'm gonna speak about like the things that I've done to be super consistent with my trading, make sure to not fall off, not to put too much focus into the 9 to 5, because we're going to start off with that. Doyle did speak about this. He made a video about it that I watched like a while ago, but don't put too much energy into that job. Like, especially if you're trying to go full time, you're really trying to lock in on the charts, then actually lock in on the charts. All your off time, spend on the charts. Journal, spend journaling. Like, I literally say this every single video. Journaling is so important. All your off time, spend on the charts, back test, improve. When you're on the job, you shouldn't be leaving that job tired. Like, that's just realistic. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be thinking, aha, I really went all out for my job today. Nah, because that's not what you're not trying to stay in that job. Do you know what I'm saying? So give your job like 30, 40, maybe 50%, and then give 100% into the charts. So you need to be on overtime into them charts, and that's just that. Me personally, I trade New York sessions, so I sacrifice quite a bit of sleep because I work a night job, and I literally specifically chose this night job to be able to trade. Like, that's the whole reason I did this night job, is so it works in my trading schedule. And because I trade New York sessions, so for me, that's not in the morning. That's at 12:30. So it's like midday to about 4 p.m. I trade. That should be my sleeping time, realistically. Working this night job, I finish in the morning. I've got like 2 hours before I start trading. And then I've got like 4 hours after my trading session that I need to sleep. I literally get 4 hours of sleep, then I got to do a 12-hour shift. And that's like a big sacrifice on my sleep. Like, I do not get a lot of sleep because I put so much energy into the charts. And obviously, we know one day, okay, it will pay off. I'll get my sleep back and things like that. And that's just the way that I look at it. Don't give your job 100%. Like, and I know a lot of traders as well that are working 9 to 5 specifically, they don't have time to trade because they missed London session, they missed the London session, New York crossover. They've only really got the end of New York session and an Asian session. And we all know how the volatility is in them two sessions, like that 5 till 10 p.m. UK time, like the end of New York session still has a little bit of volatility, especially if you're trading in the season, things like that. But Asian session really doesn't have anything whatsoever, and a lot of people have to deal with that. That might mean that you have to adjust your strategy to be in an intraday, day trading, swing trading strategy, so you can hold it over the sessions and be able to catch the moves in the session. But maybe you're just entering super early in the morning or entering super late at night. You need to find something that works for you, or you just need to change your job because the job is not what you're trying to stay in anyway. So that can be easily replaceable. Another thing that I learned is, don't be telling anyone at the job what you're doing. Like, you're trying to make it out. You're not trying to be there. You're not trying to associate that same bubble with everyone else in there. They don't really need to be know. They don't really need to know what you're doing. Like, you go there, you do the work, you go home, you sacrifice, whether that be sleep, social time with your friends. Like, it might even be relationships. A lot of you guys also in a relationship. I'm not saying sacrifice the whole relationship, bend it off, but there might be times where, you know what, you need to spend some time with your girl or spend some time with your partner or go on a date that you can't do because you're really trying to put time and effort into the charts. And it's not like you're doing this forever. It's just however long it takes you. And some people have been training for like 5 years and they're still not profitable. That's absolutely insane. Everyone does it on their own time scale, which is absolutely fine. Like, don't rush the process. It will happen for you when it happens for you. But me personally, I think that if you've been trading for 5 years' time and you haven't found an ounce of consistency, then you're just not locked in enough. Like, you really haven't put the amount of work in that you think you've put in. Because, like, yeah, I think, this should take maybe like 3 years. 3 years on average is what it takes people to be consistent. Some people's a bit earlier. I'm just started to get consistent a few months back. I've been doing this for almost 3 years myself. I know some people that it took like a year and like consistent payouts. This, some people took slightly longer, maybe 5, 6 years. You know what? It is what it is. don't put a time limit on it. Don't think while you're in your job as well that, okay, I'm gonna leave this job in 3 months' time. Like, I'm gonna be profitable in 3 months' time. I'm gonna leave this job, put your notice in, all of this, because you don't know how long it's gonna take you to be a profitable trader. Like, it literally, it can be any amount, especially if you don't have that big investment. Because I imagine if you're working that 9 to 5, then you don't have that big buffer that some people, it's rare, but I know some people that have other businesses and then they get into trading, so they kind of have a big investment for their own personal accounts. Majority of people are going the funded route, which I think is very beneficial. Like, the funded route is actually amazing. I've got friends that have had very big payouts going the funded route. It does work. You like you can make it happen, but if you don't have that big initial investment, which majority of people don't put a time limit on how long it's going to take you. You will get profitable when you get profitable. Just continue to put the hours in day by day, and it will come to you whenever it does. What I do think that you should have in mind is like a buffer, an amount that you want to reach, or a target that you want to reach for you to be sustainable off your trading, or be able to quit your job. So it can be different for everyone. Some people, they might have kids, families, mortgages that they have to pay. That buffer is going to be a bigger amount, and it might be like, maybe 15K that they have just there, and then they want a certain amount in their personal account, or they want to be a certain amount funded. And with that funded, it might be, I want 4 months worth of consistent payouts before I even consider it with this buffer. For other people, it might be like 3K. Maybe they don't have that many outgoings, still live with parents, they're still fortunate enough to do that. But it's different for different people. So have that buffer for yourself, and then once you got that buffer, just keep that amount locked in. Have that as a goal to work towards. While you're in this stage as well, you're going to feel stressed. You're gonna have days where you feel like it's not working, or you're not putting enough work in. That happened with me in particular. Like, I was having days where I'm like, damn, I'm going to work, I'm having time on the charts, but I'm not seeing the results. You just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep pushing. You gotta have that goal in mind. Keep visualizing it. Keep manifesting it. If you're religious, pray about it. Ask for guidance, things like that, and eventually you will get to that goal. The main thing is just the sacrifices. Like, there's so much sacrifices that you're going to need to make. Like I was saying, social life. I've been through weeks where I've just been so locked in on the charts. I've been having to decline invites to go see friends, to go to events, because I just don't have the time. I'm just trying to lock in on the charts. Social life, big one. Sleep, like I was saying before, you don't get much of that in the grind phase. Like, you don't really need much of that either. Like, you're supposed to be locked in. A lot of other things too. Spending money, going out, doing things that you like. You don't have time for that as well. Also, if you are in the wanting to leave your job phase, say, you've got this amount that you're trying to get to, you need to be saving. You can't just be spending. Even if you're slowly compounding your account as well, you're making a few percent a month, or you're funded and you're trying to get consistent payouts, save it. There's no point spending it. Like, just reinvest it into your trading, reinvest it into knowledge. If you're gonna spend it, spend it on learning materials to learn more about finance, or maybe other business ventures that you want to get into if you're entrepreneurial. Um, or if you just want to put it straight back into trading, straight back into your personal account, or straight back into a buffer pot, so you can start saving up for that buffer. However you want to do it, just don't be spending and spending and spending, because you're just going to be trapped in that 9 to 5 cycle. Like, you need to be saving and saving. And that's pretty much it, to be fair. Like, a short one. Take it as you will. This is just my personal experience and the things that I'm doing currently, but you know, it's different for everyone.